Hello there, beautiful people and fellow earthlings. Today is a good day. I got a new book called Regeneration, Ending the Climate Crisis in One Generation. It's by Paul Hawken. He also wrote Project Drawdown, which is the go-to source for climate solutions. So what this guy did is he reframed the situation. We've tried the fear loop and the guilt loop and it failed miserably. So now he's reframing the thing, basically saying that reducing global warming will reduce human suffering, and thus creating a better way of living and improving the well-being of all living things on this planet. Well, I think that's a bold statement. Now, if politicians knew what to do, we wouldn't be in this pickle. And we've become really disconnected. Global warming is like, what are we going to do about it? As an individual, you're like, this is just too big for us. Now, and then, with all the innovation, people are like, it's not going to work. Well, we moved from a conceptual phase to an experimental phase. So we're in a transition, so we're experimenting. And for instance, electric cars, there's not enough raw materials for it. Well, of course not. But don't you think people are working on that and they're going to try to make batteries with things that are readily available? The one thing that doesn't work is us continuing the way we've been operating. Do you think it's cool to wreck a planet in 200 years? That seems awfully selfish. So the premise of this book is to offer alternatives, and there's a lot out there. On one side is what we emit, on the other side what the Earth absorbs. So we have to cut emissions and increase absorption. So it's totally doable, and most people have no idea how to do this, So what I propose is like the California driver's license. Everybody should get a little pamphlet and then answer 30 questions. And thereafter, we start working on this together, because it has to come from the bottom up. Who doesn't want a better life? We all have the same values. We want health, we want jobs, we want security, we want a future for our children. We all want the same thing, essentially. So we have to focus on what we agree upon rather than what we disagree upon. And it's all in here. And while it's very complex, once people would understand a little bit more about this, then even the trolls would have to join us, because guess what? With this experiment, you're in it. So if it doesn't work, guess what? It's going to be your ass too. So I really recommend you guys read this, read part of it, read the cliff notes, go on a podcast. But I really believe that Drawdown and Regeneration by Paul Hawken is the premier source for climate solutions. And there'll be a lot of things in there that really surprise you, things you never thought of before. And we're continuously innovating. Back in the day, if 20 years ago I would have told you your cell phone would be this big and could do all the things that it can do, and if I would tell you there would be electric flying cars, not there yet, but they're working on it, you would have told me I'm crazy. So things are moving. We just have to move away from an extractive economic system to a regenerative economic system, thereby assuring a better life for all. What, you don't want a better life? You okay with the way everything is going? And I've been preaching this for a long time. I really apologize for the fear loop. Now we're gonna go with we're excited about this, because first we're all depressed about this and you're like, what am I gonna do, and feel terrible about it. Now we can be excited about it. We can feel good about it. You'll have more purpose, you'll have a better life, you'll be around much better innovation. It'll be exciting. This is the biggest opportunity for mankind in human history. So this is a fantastic opportunity for us to just improve everything we're doing in going from extractive to regenerative. Now, just to give you a little bit of an idea here, right now we extract capital by killing the planet. What you gonna do with all the capital once the planet is dead? This is a practical approach to a radical new understanding of climate change by noted environmentalist Paul Hawken, creator of the New York Times bestseller Drawdown. And you know what? It's even got pictures for people like you and me. So read this a little bit. I propose that we all should take a little course and then we revisit this whole thing, because then you'll have the basic understanding that you're currently lacking, and then you'll go, hell yeah, we can do this. And you'll have a can-do attitude instead of driving around with a parking brake, which you're doing right now, or thinking, what am I going to do as an individual? Well, here's the problem with the individualism. we've become disconnected from how we operate on this planet, and we've always been disconnected from each other. So how can you, as an individual, do anything? Well, he mentioned something called agency. What is agency? Agency is your network, it's your church, it's your work, it's your community, it's your city, it's your sports association, it's your political party, it's your, your hobby group, and that brings people together. And so as you bring these people together, they can change stuff. There's farmers that have great ideas, there's people that have great ideas, there's innovators that have great ideas, and all these people, when you bring them all together, this will create a new way for us to operate. And it's gonna bring business, lots of business. So there's so many opportunities and ways for us to improve. I highly recommend you do it, and that's going to be the end of my rant. And for all you climate deniers, go slap yourself, or at least zip it, sit down, be humble, and let the people that actually want to and can do something about it go and do their work, instead of being ignoramuses. So anyways, anytime I read something, Greta says something today, people are like trolling. And I remind you again, you trolls are in it too. And the other option you have is join my militia, because it's gonna get really, really crazy up in here. And very soon. So I think we should really try this. What do we got to lose? Everything.